The Bring a Trailer Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Bring a Trailer Podcast. Alex Porter here at San Francisco headquarters of BAT, joined by Tyler. Hey, Tyler.
Hey, what's going on, Alex?
Once again, people are probably getting sick of you, almost as sick as they are of me, maybe. And joined for the first time by our operations manager, Emily Lim. Hi, Emily.
Hi.
So good to have you here. Have you been on a podcast before? Can I out you there?
I've never been on a podcast, but I listen to podcasts all day long.
Okay, great.
Do you listen to this podcast, or should I not ask?
Before joining BAT, I listened to several episodes
Okay.
just to get a feel for how you all were, and it was a huge plus for me.
And now that she's here, she doesn't listen to it at all because she's
I hear
sick
it
of
all
us.
day. I get the live podcasts every day.
Yeah, she's like, I don't want to listen to Alex and Tyler talk about whatever they're talking about anymore. I don't want to hear Beck's voice anymore.
Emily, that's fascinating. So one of the things I wanted to grill you on a little bit about a whole bunch of things, but one of them was what your origin story was with BT. How the hell did you find this place?
My background is in education. I taught preschool and I ran after school programs for over 10 years. And from there, I moved into office management at different schools. And that led me to operations. I worked at a bidet company, one of my favorite jobs ever. And
Hey, bidet, we're hearing that, right?
bidet.
Like
Yes.
what you find in a bathroom?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody
I kind of want to
should
hear more
have
about
one.
this.
Yeah, I did order fulfillment and customer service, very similar to what I'm doing now at BAT. And COVID hit and I needed a new job. Was looking for operations jobs and found BAT.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
Amazing. And you listened to the pod to test us out.
I did. Yes.
And to fill folks in, Emily sits here in the office listening to all of us drone on and on about cars every day. She operates our office in conjunction with Tab. We got to get Tab on here.
Yes.
Tabitha.
Shout out to my operations partner, Tabitha.
Yeah, we got to get Tabitha on here as well. Tab, as we call her. Talk a little bit about what the operations department does. One of the things you do is oversee the building we're in.
Yeah, operations is just all the behind the scenes work that goes into BAT and even Hearst. We work very closely with them. It's a lot of finance, staff support, office management. The building we're sitting in right now is something that Tabitha and I take good care of. We do customer service, refunds, merchandise. So
Clean
all
up
the-
oil stains.
restock the fridge, Costco orders, and hang out with YouTube.
I feel bad for that last one.
No,
Totally.
it's wonderful. It really is the highlight of my work week. One of my favorite parts of being in operations and being based in San Francisco is working with you guys in person.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, it really is.
It's been long overdue having you on the pod. And one of the reasons is because we get so few female voices here. And that's been mentioned to me a couple times. And there are not that many female voices in this hobby in general, which is kind of a known problem and maybe not discussed openly as much as it should be. You don't come from really car culture in your background. Tell me how it's been dealing with all the dudes.
It's been great. I feel like it truly is one of maybe the best job I've had. And a part of that is the people that I work with. I, like Alex said, come with no car background. I know what I like, but I don't know anything about cars. I am somebody who loves to watch other people throw themselves into their hobbies. And this has been a really cool place to see that happening every day. It's been a great experience. I am somebody who likes to continue learning, and I learn about a new car, a new motorcycle every day. It's also just a place where I feel very comfortable and trusted. And that's really special.
Yeah, it's been, Emily, you touched on a lot of what your role is earlier, and that list was probably not exhaustive,
Yeah.
but it was just funny listening to you. And I'm like, every single one of those things affects me and our staff every single day, especially the Hearst connection. A lot of people may not know this, but we have our office, like we were talking about, in San Francisco. It's a beautiful old brick building with concrete floors and cars and a few desks for workspace, mostly cars. So we're not in like a Hearst facility.
Right.
So you're kind of our staff coordinator between us and our parent company, which is, it's amazing to have you there. We're like, you're a BAT person and you can help us out with those kinds of things as well.
Yeah. And I love that about my job. I am really proud that BAT is part of the Hearst family, but I also love that we do our own thing and I get to support everybody and be that in-between person.
Another big thing you guys do is support events, and the three of us were together at an awesome event that I think we teased, Tyler, but haven't
we
talked about
it a little bit because we were all there and it was an awesome event, but we haven't actually dived into it yet.
Emily, you have gone to a lot of events. I don't know if you want to name some memorable ones over the years, but this was fun because it was a big local one for us. We're talking about the Hillsborough Concours.
Yeah. Car Week was one that was pretty early into my career at BAT, and it was so much fun. I rode Randy's old truck with Chris. He drove us there, and I think we just hit the worst traffic, and we were sitting in that truck.
Was that your first time in an old car?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, interesting.
And then the rest of the weekend was just so memorable. And like I mentioned earlier, I don't know a ton about cars, but I really love people doing their thing and seeing that in person and just how excited everybody was, seeing race cars go by. It was just such a cool experience and pretty special for, I don't know how many months it was for me at that point.
You're getting thrown into the deep end. That's indoctrination, going to the historics, the Monterey historics.
Yeah, I was going to say that might actually be the toughest event. With some of our most discerning customers tend to go to that one.
Like you said, I'd never been in an old car before, and Hillsborough just a couple weekends ago was my first time in your Ferrari.
Oh, that's right.
Randy's Renault as well.
Oh, that's right. Different cars, both directions.
Yes.
Do you want to throw down right now and say which one you preferred? I'm in the room with you and Randy's not, so maybe we shouldn't do that.
No, it was the Ferrari for sure. It was cool. I think next time I'll bring like a little silk scarf.
Oh, you need that.
Yes.
Shout out to Patrick, our former colleague, and his wife Val, who they always look very stylish in his Miata, and she would always wear the Sophia Loren,
That's awesome. You got to have that. You said you did have one or you need one?
No, I need one.
Okay.
I had like knots in my hair.
When you've got beautiful flowing hair like Emily and myself, it gets a little tangled up when you're windows down driving, or even worse, when you're in an open car, which I don't think. Have you ever ridden in a convertible with the top down? Okay,
No.
we'll get that for you sometime. That really is not great. You got to pony it up.
Yeah, we're gonna add silk scarves to the merch.
Oh, that's a great idea, actually.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart. I would love a BAT silk scarf. We've talked about a BAT Hawaiian shirt too.
How many times on movies and TV shows and in pop culture do you see people like cruising in their convertible and they look like they're just having a blast driving across country? It's actually kind of miserable at times. It's not. I don't know how you drive that far. I mean, I used to have a convertible.
Yes.
Windy, buggy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Modern convertibles have gotten better in that, like, you can have a conversation in one, and if you put the windows up, they design them in a wind tunnel, and they do a pretty good job, and they've got those things now that are behind the seats. My S2000 was okay, but like you drive an old convertible or, God forbid, a 356 Speedster, like the old BAT Speedster, and as I often say, it's like being in an open cockpit biplane. The windscreen might as well not be there. You're just out in the weather.
Also, kind of looks like an open cockpit biplane now that you mentioned.
Totally. No windows in that car. It doesn't even have them. Emily, I was wondering if you could talk a little bit, maybe not about the doodliness necessarily, although that is interesting, but just about what it's been like to work with our community. Such an important part of BAT, and you interact with them, as Tyler mentioned, a lot in your role. You're with them a lot at events in real time too, and you get the feedback, good and bad, from our community. What's that been like?
It's been great. It's something that is challenging for me. It's something that is really exciting. I like that people look to me and all of you as experts, and it helps me practice what I know about BAT. There's a lot of confidence in me and a lot of trust that, that my colleagues put in me, and it's special. I don't think I've ever been in a role where like people are just so excited to see you. I guess it's similar when you're working with kids and they see their favorite teacher when they get to school, and it's sort of that same like, oh my God, you're here. It's so unique. I don't know how else to describe it.
It's addictive. It's rewarding.
Yeah, it's so rewarding.
Yeah, and Hillsborough was a great example of that because the reception was amazing. I mean, like you're saying, I had a blast. Just people were coming up, streaming up to our tent and talking to us and asking questions.
Quite a few pod listeners. Shout out to them, right?
Pod listeners. That was awesome.
Yeah, we were a teaser. Somebody wanted us to do a late 50s one-year garage, and we will get to it eventually. But shout out to all those folks who said they listened to the pod. I really appreciate them.
Yeah, it was a blast talking to people. We talk about this from time to time, and what we do is so enthusiast-based, to your point, Emily, where the people that we're talking to are passionate about what we do. And realistically, we're not trying to sell anybody anything. Like, I'm a terrible salesman. So when we're at one of these events, it's just talking with our community members. A lot of them sell a lot of cars too. A bunch of our local partners were present. So those guys were awesome to hang out with. And it's just a really meaningful experience when you can just be a part of a community, be a part of your hobby, share the enthusiasm. And then you're like, oh, also, this is my job.
Yeah.
And then on Monday, we all go back to the office, or you go back to the office, we go to our computers somewhere. It really is not only meaningful, but it's rewarding for sure. And it's fun too. We can't forget about that being in this hobby.
It's so fun. Mentioned it earlier, but even coming to the office is just so fun. We work really hard, but I feel like we are always laughing. There's always something on the computer screen that everybody's gathered around.
Or we have a therapy session like this morning. Well, you were upstairs, Tyler. You missed Emily and I lamenting the state of the world, the 21st century in general.
Oh, well, maybe my 2 hours of meetings weren't so bad then.
I want to give one last shout out to Hillsborough. If you haven't listened to Rob Fisher, the organizer of that event, was on this pod being interviewed by Randy a couple episodes ago. It was kind of an amazing event all around. We got to hang out with fun cars, see great people, beautiful weather. I don't think it gets much better for Bay Area weather.
Yeah, I was in much need of that because I was in the middle of like a 4-week fog and overcast down where I am a little further south.
Yeah, same for both of us.
Emily and I live in the Sunset, so it's been a foggy summer.
Yeah, Hillsborough was gorgeous. No surprise to see those amazing cars. I'm sure there's a lot of reason for folks to live there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Before I forget, we should tease some of our events as well. So one event is in the rearview mirror already as of today, as of this recording on July 14th, Bastille Day. Today's Bastille Day. I just realized.
Is that a congrats? What do you say on Bastille Day?
I don't know.
Never forget.
I don't know.
Never forget.
Discuss
We can do that
on the pod.
We just had the Portland event, which none of us went to, but by all accounts went off amazingly in partnership with Avant-Garde 911R, one of our main sellers. Part of the reason I didn't replace your ass with Tab on this pod, Tyler, is because she's still up there supporting that event. And then this will be in the rearview mirror by the time this episode goes live, the Elkhart Lake Road America event.
Yeah, which we were just talking about downstairs.
Correct. From your native, or what's your Wisconsin connection? Is your native, Heath?
My mom's side of the family is from Wisconsin. My mom's native Wisconsin, and my wife is also native Wisconsin.
But you lived there at one point?
I lived there for 6 years before moving here.
Gotcha.
And
that was directly before here?
Yes.
Okay.
I couldn't deal through the snow anymore.
Less fog, though.
There was less fog, yeah. I'm happy with the fog.
You'll take the trade-off?
Yeah.
So that'll be in the review mirror by the time this episode drops, which I'm sure will go well because that's an amazing event.
That's a 2-night thing we were talking?
2-nighter this time. Last year we did a meetup at the track, which was awesome, and a couple hundred people came out too. And notably, local partners had tents set up, like 6 of them or something like that, which was great. But then we also sponsored one night of the downtown party with the race car parade. And that was so sick that we're like, okay, that's what we want to do both nights. So we're doing both nights. One night is the race car parade where all the cars drive from the racetrack a couple miles up the road to downtown Elkhart Lake, where the original track, which was on roads, went through that little town. I got to ride in the front of that parade in Howard's 996 Cup car last year, which was a thrill, sitting on the floor.
He's bringing that back again this year.
He's racing again this year. Randy raced last year in his Mustang, will not be racing this year, but he will be present. And then there's also a concours night where they do the same thing downtown, where they shut downtown, everyone drinks spotted cows and everything, but with like street cars, concours cars.
Great reference, by the way. Alex, you spent 3 days in Wisconsin and you already know the local brew?
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
Oh, well, maybe you could explain it better than me. It's a Wisconsin-only beer, right?
Yeah, it's brewed in New Glarus, which is like 30 minutes south of Madison, kind of between Madison and the Illinois border. It's super interesting. Their deal is like the way they can distribute their beer is such that it's not allowed to be distributed outside of the state. So they only have a distribution license in the state. So whenever I drive there, I have to bring it back with me for friends.
Crossing state lines.
Yeah, exactly. That's a little bit of a Smokey and the Bandit, come to think of it. Isn't that the premise of that movie? We could just, Alex, what do you say we load up the 308 with bottles of spotted cow and hit the road?
I mean, the main takeaway for me is that they are delicious. And then shout out Jack, our buddy Jack. You're a very good buddy, Jack. And you kind of helped get a job here, who we love. He also got me to eat the fried cheese curds. Oh, so I had spotted cow while eating fried cheese curds.
You've done with
Emily, that's your like nightmare, right?
I don't drink and I don't eat dairy.
Oh, you should not go to Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Ever.
here.
No.
I mean, the staples are like you've heard about grains and vegetables. It's beer and dairy.
Yes. It is delicious. And also we ate and drank those things at Siebken's, which you actually would like, which is the old place where the racers hung out back in the old school days and is a great old.
Oh, I was so jealous of that picture. I think Jack was sending me pictures of all you guys there with all these like cool, almost like a little like a Baja Cantina
Yep.
Yes.
type of place in Carmel Valley, kind of the Laguna Seca connection. And he was sending me pictures of all you guys, and you all look like you're having so much fun.
I'm pretty bummed that I'm not going, to be totally honest. And so is Howard. He wanted to suck down a few spotted cows and do the whole thing, but they're going to have fun. And then coming up, a couple things that are worth noting for folks. We'll be back in the UK in early October for another event in Bicester. Really looking forward to that. I've spent most of my morning talking UK with our folks. We're continuing our expansion there. So looking forward to that.
Is that a gathering of some sort, or is it
Yeah,
racing?
that's part. No, it's at Bicester Motion, this amazing facility of car businesses in an old RAF base. We're Sports Purpose. It's fair to say our main partner in the UK, James Turner and Rory, who we love. They are based there along with a bunch of other interesting automotive businesses on this old RAF base. And we had an event there in April, and we're doing the same kind of thing again, but maybe even a little more elaborate this time in a big old hangar in October. So really looking forward to that. I think we had 4 or 5 staffers there last time. We'll have a little bit larger of a presence. Should be really awesome. And then I think it's fair to tease right after that, the Route 66 event that we're going to have, which I'm extremely excited
Is that
about.
also in October?
They're like back to back, and I'm going to try to do both because I really want to do both. That is in Flagstaff and is a viewing of a documentary made about the 100th anniversary of Route 66. I know. I really want to try to drive my Cord up there, which is maybe going to be a nightmare, but you got to take an American
Dude, if
car,
you need a
right?
co-pilot
Yeah,
or a tow truck.
I was going to say, maybe you can bring the chase car so that when I inevitably break down, you can drive me the rest of the way.
Perfect.
Also, my dad just mentioned to me the other day, he was at Hillsborough. His first car he still has, it's a 1937 Willys Coupe that he got when he was 16 years old. He's going to be 87 next month.
What a great body style. I
So,
love that
yeah,
car.
and most of those have been turned into dragsters, as you know, but his
exactly.
is still stock, except he had an overhead valve conversion. So this car has never
nice.
run my entire life, and now it's running, and he kind of wants to take that. And I'm like, dude, that's maybe even less reliable than the Cord.
It's been running for almost 100 years. I mean, what's not reliable about it?
Hasn't been running that whole time.
Oh, okay, got it. Maybe, okay.
It has been a project since the day I was born. So 43 years of project status. Anyway, we'll try to take a cool American car to that. And then kind of to close out the year, the biggie, Rétromobile New York.
That's a first time for that event.
Totally.
Have you been to Rétromobile? Was it in France?
Yes, it's in Paris. I went a couple of years ago, and it was awesome. And it's a great event, one of Randy's favorites. And they're debuting in the U.S., and we're going to be there.
Yeah. So, I mean, what do you know about? What can you tease about the vibe? Or
it's at the Javits Center, which I've never been. Have either of you guys been to Javits?
I used to go to the auto show there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a huge, beautiful facility right in Lower Manhattan.
It's supposed to be awesome, right?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah. So
Holds a lot of cars.
Yes. This will be similar kind of layout to the famous Parisian event in terms of, individual sellers and dealers. Some prominent BAT sellers will be present. We'll have a booth, a pretty big one. We're trying to lean into it and do an awesome thing. There will be manufacturers. There's a list of folks who are participating on their site, and there's still people signing up. So anyway, that's going to be awesome and right kind of under the nose of our parent company, Hearst. So hopefully we'll get the VIPs cruising through, the Hearst VIPs, and they can come see what we're all about. I'm really looking forward to that one, to be totally honest.
Yeah, that is, I would really like to try to make it out to New York for that. My family's there, so it's easy enough for me to get out there for, in case mom's listening, for the primary purpose of seeing my family. But also Rétromobile sounds pretty cool too.
Could do a double dip.
Yeah, easy enough.
Yeah.
I am really looking forward to that. It's just kind of cool to see a Euro event, especially one that's so well known all over the world. It's kind of like, I don't know, is it like the World Cup coming to the US?
Oh,
I don't
gosh,
know.
that's
Is there
topical.
a connection there?
People have been stoked on it. Like, I went into a bar the other day to have a burrito and a beer, and people were like screaming and cheering, and US wasn't even in the match.
Yeah.
You experienced the same thing?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know people liked soccer.
I think people love going to a bar and screaming.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yep.
It was a shootout that I saw, and it was pretty exciting. Even I got sucked up into it, and I'm not a soccer/football fan at all, really, or even much of a sports fan. But I get why people get excited.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
hard
thrilling.
not to be excited.
Totally.
It's been fun around here too, seeing all the fans, because there was, I don't know what stadium our local games were in. If
I think it was at
Giants or Levi's. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been kind of fun seeing the fans from all over the world come in, and I'm riding the train with them in their jerseys. And it's kind of like, I don't know, it's a really cool experience. Like I said, it's a little bit of bringing some Euro vibes and culture our way.
There have been some really great videos of people from all over the world reacting to the portion sizes in the States and just the sauces that are available.
I love that.
I heard going to Taco Bell and Walmart, and
I heard
all
a
the good stuff.
New York Times interview with somebody, I think they were from Africa. They were talking about how they've discovered ranch dressing. And they're like going to smuggle. Speaking of Smokey and the Bandit smuggling, like a bunch of
ranch.
bottles
I love
of Hidden Valley on your flight back to Africa.
Yeah, lots of that in Wisconsin. So if you want to know where to go to Wisconsin, grab some ranch, and then hightail it back to Africa.
Honestly, Emily, apropos of our psychological discussion this morning, our therapeutic discussion, it's good. It's good for people around the earth to come together and realize that they are all the same and they all like the same thing. I find it kind of heartwarming.
Yeah, we're more alike. We all like to come together and celebrate something. I think most of us like ranch.
Yeah, right? Exactly. We could all come together and celebrate ranch.
Yep.
On frozen pizza or anything else for that matter. When we do our monthly staff meetings that Emily, you and Tab really kind of make happen, it's kind of a fun way of bringing all of our staff together using this amazing office facility that we have. And, people might not know this, but we are largely a work from home company from all over the country with people in something like, do you probably know an exact number, Emily, but something like 20 plus states. And we can now come together, the local folks, and just seeing each other is huge. It's great for morale. And again, it's kind of fun too.
Yeah, once a month. And I feel like the month really flies by. You come to the office on the Wednesday for staff meeting, time goes by, you go home and you're working from home for a couple of weeks and then you're back. And it's fun every time.
I look forward to it every month.
Same.
I've been trying to encourage some of our remote colleagues to come in, so we'll hopefully get a few more of those visits over the next few months. It's a good excuse when somebody wants to come for a visit anyway to get them into the office on that day when everyone's going to be hanging out and get a free lunch.
Yeah.
Courtesy of Emily. She throws her
Thanks,
card
Emily.
I never like to do one of these episodes without talking a little bit about what's on the site and what's been on the site. You and I went deep on lot 250,000 last time.
Yes.
Emily, how often are you watching cars on the site? How often does stuff get you excited? What do you like to see? What is like the stuff that's most exciting for you? It's probably not always the same as the stuff that Tyler and I get excited about.
I think it's very different.
I don't think anybody gets excited about the things we get excited
Yeah,
about.
that's maybe true.
I love a small, goofy car.
Oh.
I can't remember what car it was that Randy was driving in the UK the last time he was here, but he goes, that is...
Oh, the little Clio?
That is an Emily car. One of my lifelong dreams is to own an RV.
Oh.
I know they
Do
are
not
money
do it,
pits.
Emily.
No, I won't do it. Ever since I was a child, I wanted an RV. And this morning I was opening the site up for whatever reason. And there is a 1954 Redman New Moon park trailer. And
Ooh, is it the yellow one?
It is.
Okay, I saw
Oh,
that.
that
yeah.
thing-
It looks like
Yeah.
a beach umbrella.
Yeah, very cool.
I love that. And I often look at New Beetles because that is my dream car. It's always been. One day it'll happen.
This thing is awesome. And my wife and I were just talking about like if we ever bought property, particularly in somewhere where there might be fires, because we're in California, that we'd probably want something not permanent that could burn down. And so we were talking about cool trailers. This has come across my come in front of me a bunch of times. It's amazing looking. It's a white glove listing, by the way. Back would be pissed if we didn't shout that out.
Right.
Roland is running this one. So shout out to Roland. But the inside of this is so cool, Emily. I could absolutely spend a weekend in this thing.
There's flamingo wallpaper in the kitchen.
And great checkerboard
Yes.
flooring. This is, just so folks know, because this will be closed by the time, this is lot 252188, 36 feet. These are often very, very popular listings, these like period trailers. This is like a whole thing. But yeah, this is a really, really sick trailer.
So, Emily, when you are interested in RVs, is the kind of tow behind or park model what you're looking for, or you want something you can drive? What are you thinking?
I'm a nervous driver, so I don't think I should be behind the wheel of my house.
Okay.
But something like this just parked in. I would love to just have a little space behind, maybe my main home
Yes,
one day.
a she
And-
shed. I want one
Exactly.
too. Yeah. I kind of want the same thing. I've thought about parking an Airstream out somewhere, and I'm like, I'm just going to go live here, and the rest of my family can destroy the house and clean up after themselves.
Yeah, well, I've had thoughts as well. I mean, I don't think I'm blowing anything up by saying how expensive real estate in California can be. And I've kind of looked and I'm like, this is a great piece of land that's in my price range. I can put an Airstream on it. And could I live there? I don't know.
I think it would get old.
I think it would get old too.
Oh, here's a shout out to Sam Neill, R.I.P., who just passed away.
God, I know.
Who I
Horrible.
know everyone, I love him. Everyone will remember him from Jurassic Park. That's the first line of the obit, I'm sure. But for me, it's Hunt for Red October. And
Oh my God, so good. Yeah.
I wish I'd gotten to see Montana and all that stuff. And his dream as a Soviet it's so palpable in that movie. He just wants to drive around in an RV. That's like his big dream. No papers, state to state. And that is a very American thing. Does that appeal to you at all? That kind of thing, like living, national park to national park?
No. I really like it here.
So you really don't need an RV. A trailer is all you need.
I really
it does
don't
not need to be
anything.
self-propelled. Okay.
No.
You just need a spot. Alex, you have 36 feet behind your house?
We'd have to crane it over because it's a row house. But yeah, I think it would fit back there.
Well,
There you go.
Alex's house because he and his wife wanted one too.
Yes, we did.
Well, there you go. You can get one and
visit.
Emily can live in it.
No. Oh, well, I think we'll have to put two back there, one for Emily and one for me, because like when I move into my she shed, it's going to be just for me. No one else is allowed.
There is also like an open lot down the street from here. I don't know if this is where you want to live, but
It's too close.
we could just
It's too-
park an RV over there.
We'd be in a constant trauma cycle if we were this close to the office. Emily and I need a decompression drive. Tyler, anything interesting been on the website for you? I'm happy to run through my watch list, which is eclectic right now, but what do you got in your sights?
I am also all over the place right now. Something I think you might like. Wob just sold a 1966 Lotus Elan S2.
Oh,
and it's
I
this
missed that.
beautiful blue with, it's like a,
Oh, no, I did see that. It's a rose.
Black.
Yeah.
I've also been really into small displacement cars, kind of like fun around town type stuff.
Toy
60s.
adjacent.
Yeah, toy adjacent. Nothing like, too toyish, but like a, 190 SL, Elan, Fiat 124, these kinds of like, just kind of small cars where you can work on them yourself and you don't have to do too much.
Damn, this Elan is hot.
Isn't that
dude.
cool?
This is about as good looking as
I know.
they get.
I know.
I'm normally a coupe guy, but this is hard to deny.
No, that's a great car.
Lot 251576. We have not done a 1966 draft yet, Tyler. So keep this one in your brain.
That's another hard one.
Man, this is really
Isn't that a
good.
great
Big
car?
radiator. So here's the difference between it and the Elite, as you can see
Yeah,
here. See the
I wanted to
backbone
ask you
chassis?
about that. Yes.
So this was the big switch. So the Elite is just one piece. It's a fiberglass monocoque. And the Elan, which is the successor to the Elite, has this.
It actually
famous
has a frame that runs front to back.
But it's just a little backbone. It just runs right down the middle of the tunnel
Right.
there. So that's it. It's cool that they painted it red. So
That
it's
is
like
interesting,
contrasting.
yeah.
Because the rest of the car is just fiberglass, but it's more like a Corvette where it's like a body that sits on a frame.
Mhm.
Although somebody out there knows way better than me. I think there is, because it's just a backbone, I think there is more of a structural element to the Elan body than there would be, say, on a Corvette, where you can drive a Corvette, you can drive the chassis around, can't you? Just on its own, I think.
On a C3 and older Corvette, you can drive the car without a body.
That's what I mean. Yeah. But the suspension all attaches to the backbone. So there'd be nowhere to sit. It's not like a ladder frame, basically.
Yeah.
They call it a backbone frame.
It's interesting.
Shout out to Mike Ostroff, who's like Mr. Elite now that Dennis Ortenberger is no longer with us. And I took my car over to have him evaluate it. He's in the East Bay, and like two other Elite owners showed up while I was there. It's like a hangout for Elite guys. And he
We're
said,
elite guys.
yeah, he said that I hope I'm not putting anyone out, that the Elan, which was built a little more to a price. Sorry, Emily, I apologize. We're going so deep. From what I understand, if an Elan is not sorted correctly, it's kind of a basket case. And they built a lot of them. And it was during an era when Lotus was maybe not less innovative, but they were building things to a price. Colin Chapman had other things on his mind, including racing. But this is similar to Vincent's. Badly sorted Elans gave Elites a bad name. And I think people were a little scared. The Elite is all monocoque. So the suspension, everything is attaching to fiberglass,
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
Like the
you got
metal
inboard brakes.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of those parts, the inboard brakes, the rear suspension, the front suspension, that all comes off I think, Lotus 11 race cars. But then instead of it attaching to a metal tube frame, you're bolting it into a fiberglass monocoque. And I think that's scary to a lot of people, right?
It's kind of scary to me hearing about
right,
it.
Right. As you know, you don't want to go right. I'm about to drive my 6-year-old son home in the Elite.
I was going to say, wait, is this the car that you took me for a rip around the block on?
Yes. Yeah. But apparently, so they only built 1,000 Elites. Apparently, the monocoque is actually super sturdy, and you don't really need the backbone chassis and everything that's in the Elan. But anyway.
Yeah, I would hope so. I mean, I'm a convertible enthusiast, even though we were kind of moaning and complaining about them earlier. I just can't help myself from liking them.
Yeah, you can't do that with an Elite, right? Like, I think all that structure you need to kind of hold the car together.
Well, I wonder if that's why they maybe did things a little
could be
differently.
Yeah.
Maybe they wanted to make a convertible version, but the only way to do that would be to have this little frame.
I'm sure that's part of it, if not the main reason. Most Elans, as you know, are roadsters, which is great. But the coupes look really good.
Ooh, I don't know if I've actually looked at a coupe recently.
Oh, yeah, and there's a weird Elan 2+2 coupe, too. I can't remember what it's called.
Also love a good 2+2.
That has a back seat. Oh, man, you're like Connor. Shout out to Connor, who was telling me that the E-Type 2+2 is better looking than the two-seat
I don't
coupe.
know if it's better looking, but it's so much more.
God, you're
so
going to get on
more,
his side?
I don't think the 2+2 is better looking, but there is something to say for the price differential between a 2+2 and a coupe and a convertible of E-Types that kind of makes them more appealing.
What about a 300ZX 2+2? Where do you stand on that?
Oh, love them.
God. Okay, we have to stop. This is hurting my
I also like the 3000 GT convertible 2+2.
Oh, yeah. The 3000 GT Spyder has a folding hardtop. First one I remember ever seeing. Although there was a Ford Sunliner, to bring it back to Hillsborough. Do you know what those are?
That's
Sunliner?
The whole top?
The whole big hardtop, and it takes up the holes. Emily, these are crazy. I don't know if we've ever listed one. They're a huge boat of a car, and the whole hardtop folds into the trunk, and then you lose your whole trunk because it takes this huge trunk. And I think just the very front of the top has a little folding lip on it, but the rest of it is this huge single-piece folding top.
It's such a great design. Someday we'll go deep into 50s cars also, and maybe on a one-year game, but there is just something to be said about a car that's just so impractical.
Yes.
That it's just so perfect in its own way. And I don't know, will we ever have something like that again? Like, what's the next a Hummer? Electric Hummer? I don't know. What's another impractical car that you can buy today and just go crazy and there's no use for it at all?
I don't know if I can say it.
Oh, are you going to offend somebody? Is it offensive? Let's hear it.
Cybertruck?
Oh, no, great call.
That's perfect. That's exactly.
I'm offended you even said it.
Yeah, it can't do enough to be a truck, and it can't hold enough to.
Sorry,
yeah, there it is.
Skyliner, not
the Skyliner.
The Sunliner is an earlier car with an actual soft
there's
top.
There's a Starliner too, isn't there?
I think that's right.
But I don't think the Starliner top comes off. I think the Starliner just has.
So there was one of these on the Hillsborough
roof.
Drive, and you can see, like, most of the pictures are showing, they're probably all frozen in that position. The top's folding into the trunk.
You have to.
Because it's the main trick. It's like when you own a Citroen, and the main thing you do is just raise it up and down for people, because everyone wants to see the party trick on its suspension.
Yeah. Or shout out to our friend Steve over at More Imports pulling into Hillsborough with a 300 SL with the gull wing doors open.
Totally.
Like, could you pull into a show without the doors up? You've got to.
Totally.
Or Countach, you've got to have the scissor doors up.
Emily, were you the one who ran the F40 sticker, BAT F40s?
Oh,
okay.
yes.
That was so awesome.
Tyler pointed him out, and we ran over with the sticker.
Yeah, was that another Connor design? Give him another shout out. That's so cool.
So part of the ops role is working on all of the great merch that you see on Bring a Trailer's gear store. And just a huge shout out to our designer, Connor, and my partner in the ops team, Tabitha. They work really hard to keep the merch fresh, to make everybody happy.
How do you go about doing that? Like, how do you decide what people might want, what kind of designs people might like? I mean, there's no shortage of merch opportunities or potential. Where do you even begin?
Yeah, we take a lot of suggestions from the comments, from staff, and really it's Tabitha and Connor running with it. Stuff they want to see. The golf shirts were something that came up in the comments, and also from Randy. And we're always open. Please leave comments, or for the staff, send ideas our way.
Where's the complaint box, Emily?
We don't have one.
Alex, Emily's home address is.
But no, if you don't see something that works for you, or if you want to see a certain car or motorcycle on a great shirt or mug, let us know.
Our guy PDX Brian wants long sleeve t-shirts. I don't think we've done a long sleeve in a while, have we?
Not in a little while. We can bring him back.
We need to get Tab. Maybe we can get a bunch of feedback to podcast at, and then we can have Tab come on and stand in front of the firing squad. She would love that.
I'll also say both Tab and Connor are among the more stylish folks and kind of coolest and hippest folks in the office. So
we're in great hands.
Yeah, I think they'll also figure it out.
They've been doing so much cool stuff recently. I've been really stoked on everything we do, and they've really stepped it up this year, and it's been rad.
I love those. What it's supposed to be like a Diablo? They're yellow stickers with like a.
You mean the writing where it says "Bring a trailer"? That's the Miura script.
The Miura, okay.
Yes, the Miura
is so cool.
Those went really quick in Hillsborough.
Yeah, I grabbed a few.
May have been my idea. I don't want to take credit for it, but I've always loved that. That's a podcast topic. Sometimes is best lettering or script on cars, like because there's so much rad stuff. Somebody pointed out at Hillsborough that turbo graphic on the back of Randy's R5 is so 80s and rad. But the Miura, it's famous. It's kind of like very highly stylized script on the back of a Miura has always looked so sick to me. And I think it's got little devil horns on the end.
Yeah, it does. We've got to post a link to this sticker. It's just like all the shout out. If it was your idea, amazing. Connor for execution, Tab maybe for distribution. And
no credit to me. It's all execution is what matters.
Yeah, and if you want these stickers, come to an event.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
good plug, Emily. Yeah. Come out and see us. Come see Emily and tell her your thoughts.
Love stickers.
They do. I love stickers.
Yeah, we had so many stickers set up, and I'm not really sure where people put stickers, but like you should have seen all these people coming up and grabbing stickers. It was awesome,
dude.
Alex has one on his computer. Emily has.
There we go.
Cats.
Plus cats.
And cats.
I heard a lot of, I'm putting this on my toolbox.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. That's rad. Shout out to my guy, Timo, who definitely doesn't listen to podcasts, but who you've met, Emily.
Yes, he's awesome.
He showed up here in it's about a 1931 or 32 Chrysler Highboy hot rod with a 50s DeSoto Hemi in it.
I have never seen anything like it. I sort of describe it as like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Totally Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Yeah, it's a fenderless Highboy, and it's his daily driver, and he takes it all over the country to national parks all the time. And when you open the rumble seat is like a trunk, and when you open it up, he's got all those great national park stickers.
Cool,
he's trying to get to like everyone basically in this thing, and it's pretty sick.
Do you know where the furthest he's been in that?
I mean, he's definitely been up to like Glacier and like Montana, that kind of thing. I have a picture of it somewhere on my phone. I think he's been all the way across the country and been back east. He's got about 15 or 18 national parks and I mean, this is a car with like, it's a Highboy hot rod. It's like open wheels. And I think it does have a top, but certainly no windows or anything.
Yeah, it's somewhat limited, but I guess that's all. I mean, like, I love that you called it a daily driver. I mean, when we do play the year games, that really changes a lot of the definition about what you can make a daily driver.
Quite literally. He drives that to his shop every day. It's amazing. I actually that's kind of the life. Like if I really, Emily's like, oh my God, you're crazy. If I like lived in a trailer and daily drove a hot rod, like that's kind of what I'm trying to achieve.
Man,
I'm never going to get there.
I feel like I'm just imagining like the Matthew McConaughey lifestyle of the Airstream on the beach and
totally
driving the hot rod.
It's Mel Gibson in
Lethal Weapon.
Yes.
That's right. And he has a rad pickup truck.
Yeah, I love that GMC.
It's a dually, isn't it?
It is. It's a dually extended cab. So good.
The Lethal Weapon just sparked something. I know that you guys have done podcast episodes about movies, but I'm a big pop culture person and I love, music and reality shows. And part of my Winnebago dream is because I grew up watching Road Rules on MTV and they drove around in a Winnebago. Yeah, I loved that show. And a part of my love for the Volkswagen Beetle comes from Herbie. Mm-hmm. And there's a Mandy Moore music video from I think like 1998 or 1999 where she drives up in a green New Beetle. I'm wondering if you guys have anything like that sort of sticks in your mind and influences some of your favorite cars.
Well, first, Emily, I've got to show you this. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
What am I looking at?
Oh, yeah.
It is the Volkswagen Beetle fifth wheel camper.
So it pivots off the roof. I've seen those before. It's like a
Yeah,
trailer that fits over the back. And then isn't the big thing they can spin 360 underneath the
Yeah. So
right?
if you want to park your trailer, the Beetle can actually spin around and face towards the trailer, and you could park it forward anywhere you want it. It's like the most maneuverable RV.
What's the
on
name for
planet.
that?
I typed into Google Beetle RV fifth wheel.
But that was a series built
It's
thing,
a thing.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
that's
it's a
what I thought.
thing. Oh, I'm sorry. It looks like it's a gooseneck and not a fifth wheel for anybody that's going to.
Oh gosh.
For all the
Tyler, they're
haters out
coming for
there.
you. I'm
They're
also
coming
like,
for me on Instagram.
I'm now mad scrambling. We had a Beetle RV on Bring a Trailer
Oh, right.
where they cut the. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Was it like a plywood body or something?
I'm like now I'm scrambling to find it. and
It
we're
wasn't
gonna-
that
we're gonna
long
have
ago.
Dead air. Oh my gosh! Also, just scroll on the website. BAT's the best. There's a new Beetle
you go.
with a fifth wheel. Emily.
With a Ute conversion. Let's get
I
that
love
lot number
those.
out there.
Okay, that is lot number 24389 That's it.
That's
There we
it.
go. That's the one,
it.
Emily.
I think that's on BAT. That one.
Do you find
Google
it
search
easier on Google than
Yeah,
Alex
I
did on the site?
Yeah. Okay. That's me not using our site resources correctly.
Were you listening to Beck last week? He gave us a whole demonstration
Tutorial. Yes,
about
that's
how
right.
to use the site.
That's right. So I'm not answering your question at all, and I'm going to not answer it again, which is to say new Beetles are actually fun to drive. I used to work on those because they're just a GTI Golf underneath. And when the turbos came out with 5 speeds, those were really fun to drive. And then there's a Turbo S
Mm-hmm.
with 180 horse and like big brakes and stuff on it. And one of those even got converted into a kind of a semi Porsche build with, we had it on the site. It had like roof wheels on it and stuff.
yeah.
It was like a roof
makes sense.
Turbo S.
Okay.
Anyway, I strongly recommend one of those for you, Emily.
It'll happen.
It would be
The
good
longer I work here,
in that green.
more
that,
likely it'll happen.
that apple green color would be great for you.
I am open to any color.
There's a lot of color. I
Oh, yeah.
don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I've always thought the interiors of those smell like crayon.
That's like a
Is that
late
just a
90s
Volkswagen thing?
Volkswagen.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yes, it is. I drove a lot in a Passat wagon
That was
5-speed
my
that had
first
this.
car.
What year?
I have no idea, but I would roll a window down and all the other windows would come down. The doors wouldn't lock.
Was it the bubbly, like round
It
looking
was
one?
bubbly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's like a burgundy red.
Yeah, and that probably put you off Volkswagens forever.
No, it
Unfortunately.
just made me love them more. I love
Okay,
that
good.
car.
Okay, good. Because the new Beetle's that same era. It's
I
that
love-
like it will
love
actually
that
probably
car.
you'd probably be nostalgic for your Passat driving a new Beetle because it's all the same like smells and materials and everything would all be the same.
The first manual car I've ever driven was a Jetta of that era, that early 2000s era.
Oh yeah. Mark IV.
Yep.
Mark IV.
Yeah.
The first roundy.
Yeah, I kind of had
Yep.
like some Audi vibes.
That's the first roundy.
Mm-hmm.
In answer to your actual question, Emily, so I have a bunch of cars that I've talked about on this pod before that turned me on to cars in general, like Carmen Gias and Ford F-100s, things that I saw on the roads. But movie cars or cars that were like in media that really spoke to me. The cars from Ferris Bueller, not the
yeah.
Ferrari, strangely. So Ferris's dad's Audi sedan.
Yes.
I remember really liking, you can see the hollow headrest in it when he's driving it at the end. And then also Ferris's sister's Fiero.
Yes.
Those were both cars that I watched that movie incessantly when I was a kid. So those cars imprinted on me really early. And in my 30s and 40s, I don't think I'm going to indulge in this, but DeLoreans have really been speaking to me. And I've reflected on it a little bit because we all know what terrible cars they are. And I think this is probably true for almost anyone who owns one. It's because they imprinted on you from all the Back to the Future movies. And they're just aesthetically beautiful cars.
But they're in other movies of the era, and they just so date that era. I mean, I'm thinking of like The Wedding Singer.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
What does he say? Are you going to hurl in here or whatever? He doesn't want Drew Barrymore to. He doesn't want Drew Barrymore to puke in it, and he's wearing his sunglasses at
It's
night.
like-
That whole
and he's got
vibe.
he's got his white linen blazer with the sleeves rolled up and
Absolutely.
the lime colored shirt underneath.
Emily, could I pull off linens? I really am
Yes.
tempted by linens.
I love linen. Everybody should get a linen shirt and just think about yourself driving in your Ferrari
Yeah.
in a linen shirt.
One button lower than you
Yeah.
think it should be.
Two if you're feeling crazy. That's it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. What about you, Tyler? Any cars or vehicles that imprinted on you when you were young?
Well, I mean, we talked not that long ago about kind of my love for Corvettes. One thing that did imprint on me very early on that I just have this weird, you have these like memories as a kid where you can't quite remember it, but you can remember the feeling or the sound or something. And I grew up in Manhattan.
For me, it's sense memory a lot like this.
Yeah.
That, like you were talking about your Passat, Emily.
where you can
The smell.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I grew up in Manhattan and, or as a kid in Manhattan anyway. And I remember the sound of a Harley Davidson going through buildings, driving down the streets of Manhattan and
Oh, like echoing? Yeah.
that potato rumble echoing off buildings. And for the love of God, that sound is stuck in my head.
Wow.
It's just, I have no idea if I heard it a lot or if I heard it. I feel like I can kind of picture my dad being like, oh, there's a Harley going by, and we were up on the 12th floor and you could hear this thing like reverberating off every building it goes by. And I just have that, I have that sound stuck in my head, and that I think maybe screwed me up for life.
That's awesome, man. That's a great answer. Did you find out the name of the Mandy Moore song?
Oh, yeah, it's Candy.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't need to look that one up.
Oh, you knew it.
Come on, Alex.
Sorry.
Doubter.
I know. Awesome, guys. Well, thanks for doing this, Emily. I appreciate it.
This is great.
Appreciate you getting on the mic. Tyler, appreciate you as always. We appreciate all of you out there in BAT land as well. As always, please feel free to send questions, concerns, any kind of feedback, merch feedback, Emily, merch feedback.
Send it our way.
To podcast@bringatrailer.com. Always love to hear from folks. Thanks as always for listening, and we will catch you next time.